help you as quickly as 7 can run.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
ugh, come on, seriously?
This is so extra.
But what you could say is,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your local State Farm agents are available to help you online, over the phone, or in person. State Farm agents are here to help answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Get with someone who can actually help. Contact me, Agent Laura Lynn Green, today.
Comes the show, Exigent Sports. We're back live. Coach Rock, Coach DJ Pendergrass, your host. Thank you guys for showing up, and what an amazing game. Over 7,000 views on that game, Coach.
It was a good game. Both games were good. Came down to the wire. We split this year, you know what I mean? But next year I'm going for the sweep.
Yeah, you going for the sweep?
Yeah, I'm going to sweep next year.
I love it. Guys, this show is brought to you by Trinity Home Care and Consulting. This is an amazing show. Always star-studded, always a star right here. This is probably one of the biggest stars in the area. Great hot topic today. Hot topic is going to be about Harriman High School. A lot of things going on in Harriman High School. I got a viral video, and I got a new head coach over at Harriman High School, so we're excited about that. Kylie Barger, who was once our Bolo Player of the Week, who was just our MVP. She's on the show. Logan Hill, who was talked about being the MVP of the 8th grade boys game, he joins the show. And they also talked about if there was a possibility for a 6-man. DJ Pendergrass was mentioned. He's going to join us today on the show as well. Coach, you work a lot of hours. You work a lot of jobs. You got a lot of stuff going on. Tell me something slick so I can slide.
I'm excited about Harriman, man. I'm excited about that. That's a big move for them.
It is a big move for them.
We're going to talk about it later. But
yeah, hot topic.
I'm definitely excited for them.
Absolutely. So how's it been?
Good.
Yeah.
Game was great. Good crowd. Couldn't ask for the outcome. I mean, of course, the outcome would have been better if I won both of them. But, it was both competitive games, down to the wire. Both games were. I thought the boys' game would get out of hand, but the Logan Hill boy, tough, man.
He's different. He's different.
Tough.
And the girls' game, it was the biggest deficit in 8th grade All-Star game that we've had.
Yeah.
Your girls in the lab, girls, they was
Coach 2 had them hooping.
And I knew, I said it here on the show, if there's going to be a way that we could win that ball game, it's going to be on defense. So if we can put enough pressure on your Kylie Barger, Addie Coleman, so many more that you had out there, it was going to be hard for us to recover.
I was star-studded for sure. I did my research, did my homework. I like the Destiny kid from Cherokee.
Kingston.
She was tough. She was tough.
She, to me, had the best footwork out there on the court. She's a big, right? And she has, great footwork. I watched the McDonald's All-American All-Star game last night, and all I can think about a lot was Destiny Maddox and how her footwork was to see these young girls. So if she continues that,
man, she's going to be tough.
She's going to be very tough. Yeah, very tough. And on the boys' side, you predicted Logan to get the MVP. I predicted, maybe Mir to get the MVP.
Mir was hooping, though.
Mir was hooping.
And Benji was hooping.
Benji wound up getting MVP.
That kid was everywhere.
Yes.
He was everywhere. Like, offense, defense, he did a lot of things. I think he really got it because I think he had like 8 steals. 7, 8 steals, something like that.
A lot of steals.
Like 12, 13 points.
A lot of transition points.
A lot.
Yeah. He was down the court waiting. If he didn't have the ball, get the steal, he was down the court waiting to get the ball and get the score. So he did very good. Super proud of Clinton Hawks, period. Also, you had a guy on your team, Tucker Hammering.
Yeah.
He showed nice skills and ability.
Tucker tough. not the biggest kid, but he's gonna give you all he got. And ball handling is in the vision, the IQ of the game was just crazy.
It was unbelievable to see Clinton Hawks represent like that. And a mother posted a picture of Tucker, Logan, and Benji, and I made a post: bring them kids to Oak Ridge.
Coach Chris ain't going for that. You know, Coach Chris ain't going for that.
Bring them kids to Oak Ridge. Coach Green would love to have you.
Sure.
Coach Green takes them to states and stuff like that. So bring them kids to Oak Ridge. You do well. You do well. I assure you, Coach Green will get you right. But a phenomenal game. Super excited about how it went. The crowd came out. And you know what? You know what's great about our game?
What's that?
You get in the all-star games and stuff like the AAU games, regular season games. You hear the bickering and the arguing, with the fans to the refs and all that stuff. We have a great environment.
Yeah.
We have set the tone to make a great, fun environment, not only for the kids to play, but the people to come out to show love and support.
Like, I'm still getting texts today. I got like 3 or 4 texts a day talking about the game and how can they rewatch it, and I shared it and everything. But yeah, it was no arguing, no. I don't think we have an issue in 2 years, both years. So,
no, you was mad at my refs last year.
Yeah. That was love. I think they got a little extra money from you, but things happen. Things happen.
Put it on the side.
Yeah, on the table, you know what I mean?
Definitely wouldn't do that, but it was definitely a joy, an amazing joy. And the refs did well, I believe. We had Jason come out. We also had Daniel come back from last year. And they did very well officiating the game. I think they missed some calls here or there, but that's normal.
That's normal. It's both ways. It was fair.
But I think they had fun.
Yeah.
They enjoyed the moment.
And one of the refs got a coaching job, didn't they?
Yes. Coach Jason, he coached the middle school last year. Yeah. Now he's moving on up to Cofield High School. So congratulations, Coach Jason coasted. And he's been with his 8th grade group and below. He's been with them for so long. He takes them to all these AAU tournaments. Right. Very successful coach in middle school and in the AAU realm. So they got him a great one up there. Got him a great one. Got him a great one. And he's joining. If you can remember, Waylon Burgess, he said make sure you guard him when they get out the court. He's joining his dad. His dad is the head coach, Shelly Burgess. So he'll be joining Shelly Burgess.
He'll be, a junior next year? Or he'll be a senior?
He is a junior this year. He will be a senior next year. Yeah.
Shoot that thing, man.
He can shoot, and he can dunk.
Oh, yeah. What about 6'5"?
Yeah, if not taller. Yeah, definitely 6'4", though, for sure. Great at basketball, great at baseball, so great at football. So a lot of great things going on in Cofield, and we're excited about it. Of course, we have love for One Heartbeat, and thank Cofield for allowing us to use their facilities to even come out there. They was a great host, and I heard they had good food in the concession stand.
I ain't get a chance to make it over there. By the time I got there, they gave me with a candy bar and a drink.
A candy bar and a drink. Well, we have one of those star-studded players in the building. MVP for the girls, Kylie Barges on the bench. Let's take it to the bench. Hello. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Great game. So I had you on the show as my bowler player of the week a few weeks ago. And we talked about your greatness and your stats and all that, but to see it in action was unbelievable. You really know how to play basketball.
Thank you.
So I heard a goal of yours is maybe to dunk one day?
Yeah.
You really want to dunk one day?
Yeah.
I like that goal. Let's rewind. Let's go back last Thursday, All-Star game in Cofield with some of the best 8th graders around. Give us a rundown on how that game, what was your mindset when it started and when it ended?
I wanted to get the MVP for sure and just to try my best out there.
Yeah, that was, if that's not your best, I think you have more to go with you. You was a topic at my house, and we talked about you all the time. Since that game, you really took over the ball game. So your mentality is set to be a leader. Where does it come from?
I just like helping others out for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Your IQ of the ball game, where does it come from?
It just came natural.
Yeah. I love all student athletes, but last year we didn't lose Exigent Sports. We won. So you helped Coach Rock get his first victory. How does it feel knowing you got Coach Rock to get his first victory in the All-Star game?
Amazing.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that. I needed it. I needed all 19 of them buckets to get it done.
Was it 19?
Yeah, I think you finished with 19. Yeah.
Wow. Well, and a lot of steals. And like I said, control of the game. Your mindset was just totally different than anybody's on the court the whole night. You know, we talked about Destiny Maddox. We talked about Addie Coleman, who both did a great job, but her mindset was 80% mental, 20% skill.
So.
And that's what you got to have. Coach, what you want? What you have for?
You know, going into, you be a freshman next year. Are you going to, when you go to school, pick a school wherever you go to? I'm sure Always Spring, but with the portal open, everything open, you can go where you want to go as a upcoming freshman. Are you going when you go? Are you looking to play as a freshman on the varsity level?
Yeah.
Are you looking to go to Oliver Springs?
Can't put it on the spot like that.
I'm putting it on the spot. 'Cause listen here.
Can't put it on the spot.
You know, I
like
love
that.
Oliver Springs. Oliver Springs is my favorite.
And they got a new gym. Did they open the gym this year or next year? They playing it this year?
They played in it this year. The only thing they don't have is a big scoreboard. Everything else is solid. It's a very nice facility. It's where you want to be. And you know how much I love Oliver Springs the most. Yeah. Kylie, if you could choose somewhere else to go outside of Oliver Springs, where would it be?
Oak Ridge.
I can see that. I can see that.
Roll, Wildcats, roll.
I can see that.
And I can see her starting at Oak Ridge. I can see her making an impact in Oak Ridge. They're losing some great seniors right now, and they're definitely going to need to fill that role. And I know some people she can fit right in with. Kylie, I don't care where you go, baby. I love Oliver Springs. I'm a Bobcat for life, just like I'm a roll Wildcats for life. So wherever you go, I truly support you, and I know you're going to do great things. But come on, Oak Ridge. I love it.
I feel she can play anywhere. Any school she go to, she's going to play.
Yeah,
varsity.
she's going to play.
Yeah, for sure.
She's going to play. And if they don't play, you get out of there. Quickly. Kylie, what do you want to tell your family at home who support you?
Thank you for supporting me.
Yeah. Big thanks to the family out there for supporting you. And, we appreciate you coming on the show. This is the second time. I expect to see you again. Now, I know we talked about other sports. You just play basketball. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Just basketball. Wow.
If you could pattern your game, who your model game of basketball after? Like who you think you play like? You could compare yourself to any college, NBA, WNBA, men. Who you think your game is like?
Paige Beckers.
I can see that. Paige.
Wow, yeah, I see that.
Paige
I was going to say Juju.
Yeah.
But she said Paige Beckers. I see that. And I'm going to take it back to a moment when she was transitioning from one side to the other. She got near the free throw line and it looked like she got crowded. She couldn't go anywhere. She took a few steps back in her dribble and floored it.
Exploded.
Straight to the rim. It was at that point I knew she was hands down the best female athlete on the court.
So.
IQ-wise, athletically, and the mindset to go was at that point I knew I was like incredible.
She controlled the pace the whole game. We went and she went. Like she controlled the whole game from the tip to the end of the game.
Absolutely. So. Well deserving of that MVP. Now, what would you tell the young student athletes that are coming up next year that's going to be in 8th grade? What would you tell them about the All-Star game?
It's very fun, and you get to play with new people, and it's just a good exposure.
Yeah, very fun, play with new people, get exposure, and as long as I know you, as long as you're in the state of Tennessee and I'm on this show, I'm going to talk about you a lot, and I'm going to try to get you as much exposure as possible. Now, we talked about camps last time we was on here. Have you thought about any camps?
Yeah.
Do you have any listed that you want to go to?
Not at the moment, no.
Not yet? Remember, I'll do anything I can to help you with that, okay? Anything I can. Guys, on the bench is Kelly Barger, and it's brought to you by Carnes Motor. I've been shopping with them for 14 years. Every vehicle I got from Carnes Motor, and when something messes up, I take it to Carnes Motor Company. It's right there in Carnes, adjacent to the Food City, right beside the Bojangles, right before you get to Grace. And it is a great people out there. It's great people out there, and they have a great selection of cars. If you're actually looking for a vehicle to go to buy, you want to go to Carnes Motor. Thank you, Carnes Motor, for sponsoring On the Bench. Guys, we have to take a quick commercial break, but 120 seconds. We'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
In our community, everyone deserves access to quality health care. At the Free Medical Clinic, we offer no-charge medical services to those without insurance. There is never a bill at the Free Medical Clinic. From primary care, preventative care, diagnostics, and specialty care, our dedicated team is here to help. The Free Medical Clinic, taking your fear away from becoming sick or hurt. Go to fmcor.org to become a patient. Remember, there is never a charge for your care. fmcor.org.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Son, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
Welcome back to another amazing show, guys. If you're already here, go ahead and make someone aware. Please share. If you're on any social media sites, make sure you share. Facebook, YouTube. Let someone know that Exigent Sports is on, Coach DJ, Coach Rock is on, MVPs, or one could have been named as an MVP that we have on, possible six-man. We're excited about this, and this show is brought to you by Trinity Home Care Solutions, and we appreciate Trinity Home Care. And there it is. Check them out. Trinity Home Care and Consultant. I said Solutions and Consultant LLC. In-home caregivers specializing in the EEOICP White Card program. If you work the DOE plants or have illness issues related to your employment, you can be eligible for financial benefits as well as medical benefits, including in-home care and nursing care. Trinity can help with every step of the process. Also accepting new clients that already have services. If you have any services and aren't satisfied for any reason, go ahead and give them a call. Locally owned and operated right here in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. That phone number is 865-685-0942. And thank you, Trinity Home Care and Consultant Services, for sponsoring our show. If you know anybody, Coach, you let me know. We'll plug them right in. If they work for the plan, if they have any illnesses, something like that, and they haven't been compensated, right, that's the plug, right? I know the power source, right? That's the plug. I know the power source to get them right into the socket. So if you know anybody, make sure you let me know or let them know, and we'll get them taken care of. For sure. Yeah, for sure. So, Coach, you got a lot of stuff going on. You're working 17 jobs. Man. You got 17 cell phones for each job. Man. Right? You got a lot of stuff going on, but you're still managing to take care of what you love, and that's helping the young student athletes. We talked last week about you doing flag football. Mm-hmm. Or sorry, not flag, excuse me. 707.
But I do do the flag for the Optimus Club.
For the Optimus Club. And is that coming up anytime soon?
Yeah, we are doing sign-ups right now. They actually start practicing. They already practicing. I think the game's coming up. I think we got a few more weeks before we start playing. But all the games at the City Field, I think they get it's like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. I'm not for sure.
Right. And that's the COC, Clinton Optimus Club, correct?
No, geez.
Yeah, so last year we talked about, there was a breakup, and there's two Clinton Dragon teams, right? And it was hard to decipher which one was which. Have you guys had any kind of consultation, interventions, came together and bringing that back together?
Not yet. I know we're working on Western Hazelhurst. I know we're working on sitting down and trying to get a meeting to get it back to one. Now, would it be this year? I'm not sure. I know they did able to get it in the VFC conference, so it'd be I think it's going to be Clinton Dragons and South Clinton Dragons. I think that's how they're doing it. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard last time, that it's going to be 2 programs, 2 Clinton teams in the conference.
South Clinton Dragons. So, as we all know, South Clinton was the Chargers for many years, and they was red and black. Or they can keep in the same colors, orange and black.
I think they'll keep everything the same, still Clinton colors. And they could be Clinton Dragon, but from my perspective, I didn't go to the meeting. But my program director, I thought he said, like I said, don't quote me on that because I could be wrong, but I thought he said they're going to be South Clinton Dragons, and we're going to be Clinton Dragons. Because we both going to be in the same league. So.
Would you practice together? Would you scrimmage?
I think they're going to practice at South Clinton, and, we practiced at South Clinton Park last year. So hopefully we can get somewhere else to practice this year. But I'm in talks with a couple of people about moving our practice, so we'll see what happens.
And how does that work for the home field?
Well, last year they played. I think they played. I don't know what league they actually played. I think they might have an independence kind of league. But last year we bumped heads a lot on the schedule, so we ended up playing some of our games at Lake City. We had a few home games at Clinton, but we did play some at Lake City, and I think we played one at Norwood. I think Norwood let us use that field last year. But I think with them getting in the conference, from my understanding, we got to share the field. So, in the VFC, you ain't going to be able to play in 2 leagues. You got to play in a league. Then once your league over, you can branch off and play bowl games or whatever. But with them being independent, I think they played like 17, 18 games last year. They had a crazy schedule.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I think they was going to Kentucky and Crossville. And so I think they're going to be more local, back to the regular, Lake City, Nagad, back to the regular, back to the routine. Okay. But we both will be using the high school field this year.
Good. And they're going to fix the schedule where it won't clash. Right. Don't have to worry about that. Oak Ridge done that for many years. And that's one thing I never liked. When I coached, there was an east side, a west side. At one point, they had so many teams. It was east, west, and central.
In the central.
Yeah. And I always said, we need one team, Pick one age group and go play with Knoxville. I said it for so long. Eventually, they wound up adopting that idea, not because of me.
Right.
I think it happened because Oak Ridge was put out of the VFC or the VFL, whatever it's called now, and so they had to. So it was just one age group. So it was 8-year-olds. It was just 9-year-olds. It was, right. So it wasn't 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. So with just one age group, they adopted that and they became one. Oak Ridge Wildcats, and each team, each age group had their own, and they got to go compete with the people that they get to play ball with when they get to high school. And I thought that was very important.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. But, they split up again in middle school, so they probably really didn't think it was such a big deal.
Another thing I've been fighting for, they have one Oak Ridge baseball team in middle school. It's called the Oak Ridge Wildcats. Right. They don't have a Jefferson and a Robertsville. I'm not saying throwing away Jefferson and Robertsville. I'm not saying that at all, because it may be a diamond in the rough if you have those teams. But if you take all the best players from Oak Ridge, from Jefferson and Robertsville, and put them on one Oak Ridge Wildcat football team and basketball team, it'll be hard to beat them. It's hard to beat them now.
It's hard to beat them now when they split up. You're right. It'd be but I mean, I get both sides.
Me too. I mean, because it's.
But back then, we had so many kids. It would have been hard to put them all on one team. We from an era where you had 30 kids.
Yeah.
Like now, you get about 16, 17.
Yeah.
But back when we played, you get 30 kids easily. It had about another 10, 15 on the waiting list trying to play. So, you back then when they had the East and West, if y'all had it together, y'all had 60, 70 kids on one team.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
well, Coach, we got another star here, Logan Hill. It was talked about being the MVP, and he's on the bench. Let's take it to the bench. There he is. Mr. Hill, how you doing, sir?
Good. How about y'all?
Oh, great, man. Coach Rock has a question for you.
First of all, congratulations on the game. You did a wonderful job. I think I guess you got the record right now for most points in the All-Star game with 25. 25 or 27.
Mm-hmm.
But the question I need to know is, can you beat your daddy? Because your daddy used to shoot that thing back in the day.
No, not yet. We still play one-on-one every once in a while, and he still beats me.
What is it that he can do that just gets you off your game when you can't win right now?
He just bullies me down low and holds me back when I try to get by him.
That's the problem with this generation. They ain't play tough like we did.
He always did that.
Yeah, he always did that. It made me better.
Right.
So, Logan, you was talked about as being, you was very, very highly considered of being the MVP. Do you think you earned those honors, even though your team lost? Do you feel like you should have took the MVP home?
I feel like I made a few mistakes along the way that cost me to not get the MVP. So I feel like somebody else should have got it.
How humble. What do you think, Coach?
Man, he was my vote for sure. But it was hard, like I said, because Mir had a great game and Benji, and they won. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, you give it to most times the winning team get the MVP. So I guess it was kind of roll with. But I let my coaches pick. Cause they did coach. They let both coaches on both sides pick. Mm-hmm. That's how we did the All-Star game. We get our opinion, and then we leave it to our coaches, and whoever gets the most votes is who we roll with. And that's how I roll this year.
So Logan, let me ask you, bud. You're playing AAU basketball now. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Most people at your skill level, they're at camps. They're finding their way to camps. Have you thought about going to any college camps to showcase your talent?
No, I haven't thought about it yet.
Do you do any training outside of just playing basketball with your dad?
No, just me and my dad just go to the community center and shoot around a lot and play pickup.
Would you give him the contribution of why you are as good as you are today?
Yeah, he's worked with me since I've been very little, and he's got me to where I am today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've heard him on the sidelines yelling at you ever since you was little. How does that help or affect your game?
It helps me develop as a player and become better, because with him being hard on me, it makes me think that I'm not where I should be yet, and I still have room for improvement.
Speaking of improvement, if there was one thing in your game that you would want to improve on, tell the people at home what you think that is.
My ball handle.
Ball handling?
Mm-hmm.
Can you shoot a three pretty good?
Pretty good.
Yeah, you definitely can get to the basket.
Man, definitely get the best stuff. What if going into high school next year? What would you tell a high school coach the type of player they be getting when they pick you on their team?
A player with really good effort and that's going to try out their best no matter what.
You think going in as a freshman that you ready to compete on varsity level as a freshman?
Probably. I'll just get outsized really and out athletic.
Well, you're growing pretty good now. You got a good body frame. Looks like you're eating weights in the morning or something. For 8th grader, you're pretty big. And I put Miss Barger on the spot. And obviously, leaving 8th grade, you can go anywhere that you want to go. Mr. Hill, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Exactly where do you want to play high school basketball next year?
Probably Clinton.
It probably means not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Coach Chris getting a good one.
Would you consider Oak Ridge? Hush, man. I want to know the answer.
Probably not. I don't know.
Probably means you don't know.
Yeah.
Roll, Wildcats, roll.
Hey, Coach Green, you a check, man. You definitely recruiting for him for sure.
I'm excited. So, Logan, I'll ask you one more question before we take commercial break. As you know, people's talk about the NIL in high school, but most prominently what's been talked about is the transfer rule for high school level. How do you feel about the transfer rule?
I think it's a really good opportunity for young kids to be able to go wherever they want, depending on how they like the school and the sport they're playing, and really just do whatever they want.
Absolutely. And I assume you carry good grades at Clinton.
Yeah.
Well, you keep that up, man. You have a future that's as bright as the sun, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'll always shout you out. I can't wait to see what you do next year. If you need any help moving forward, like finding college coaches to play in front of, so forth and so on, let me know. You're on a great team Impact. I talked about that in the game. You had the Impact uniform on. You're on Team Adidas, doing a regional travel with them. So eventually you will get in front of the college coaches. So as long as you and your dad continue 6-7 days a week going to the gym playing basketball. That's training enough. You're on the AAUs, and as soon as you get on the circuit, you will be in front of college coaches. Put on the display exactly the way you did in the All-Star game, and I assure you they'll be knocking your door down.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing up. Guys, on the bench was Logan Hill. On the bench is brought to you by Carnes Motor Company, right in Carnes. If you need a vehicle, make sure you reach out to Carnes Motor Company. Tell them Coach DJ sent you. Go see them. Tell them Coach DJ sent you. I guarantee you they take care of you. They took care of me for the past 14, 15 years. Got to take a commercial break, but we'll be right back.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Every woman deserves compassionate, quality care, no matter her income. The Free Medical Clinic provides free, comprehensive women's health, including mammograms, annual physicals, and pap smears, and includes an entire suite of primary and preventative care services, all at no charge. The Free Medical Clinic is providing peace of mind to the women who make our homes and businesses work. We keep you healthy. Go to fmcor.org. Because every woman deserves peace of mind knowing she has the medical care she needs, even if she can't afford it. fmcor.org.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
In life, there are things that suck, but we do them anyway. Family photo sessions with matching outfits suck, but we do it anyway. And you know what else really sucks? Getting screened for cancer. But you've got to do it anyway. Screening can save your life from cancer, or even help prevent certain types of cancer. For more information, visit GetScreenedForCancer.org.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Welcome back. Thank you all for tuning in. So far, so great.
Man. Got some good athletes, man. They already know what to do. You know, that's what I like about them. That we teach them early how to get ready for interviews because they're gonna have cameras in their face their whole career.
Absolutely, especially those two that just left the studio.
So this next one too.
Yeah. Kylie Barger, Logan Hill, definitely made an impact. And you brought it to our attention that Logan Hill broke the record for, and Jackson Rice and Aiden Almanette last year, they put up numbers.
They put up numbers.
Lily Wright, she put up numbers last year.
Yeah.
But 25, 27, whatever it is.
That's the most right now. I think last year, MVP, the boys MVP had like 21.
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think so. And that's a normal number for
and I think Lily had like 20, 19, 20. She was up there too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Coach, we talked about the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, keep getting asked, my boys, not me.
Right.
You transferring? You transferring?
You know, my phone stay ringing with that question.
You transferring? I love the transfer portal for the people who need the transfer portal. Period. I'm 100% in for the transfer portal for those who need the transfer portal. Right?
Right.
But because I campaign for it, my kids are getting singled out like, you transferring, and I don't like it.
I mean, I think that's just, I mean, any kid that's good is probably getting them calls right now. I know my phone stay ringing. All day, every day. I'm tired of it.
Well, it was, and you and I talked about doing a Thursday show.
Right.
And I came up with a name called Socially Media. So to talk about social media, on social media, you was trolling at one point.
Yeah.
And you was like, I'm going to Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm taking my boy to
IMG. Now, because somebody called me, and it really made me mad, but I just laughed at all because somebody said, because I ain't never shot my son ever.
Right.
But it came back to me and they said, where you going, to the highest bidder? So I just started laughing.
Yeah.
So it really made me mad, but then, after that, I just kind of made a joke out of it. So it was a different score every week.
You was trolling, man.
Man, you called me. I said, bro, I'm just playing, bro. Don't take it serious.
I'm laughing after I figured out, man. Every post you put up, I got the big laughing emoji on there. Because you was trolling, but I loved it. But now I empathize with you.
Right.
Right? Because I campaign for, let's do it. Let's make this happen for the kids.
Right.
People are putting my kids in position like we want to leave Oak Ridge. I have no plans.
Right.
If I get a bona fide change of address and it's outside of Oak Ridge, then we'll think about it.
Right.
Well, I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Roll, Wildcats, roll. Da-da-da-da-da. And maybe it's because I wear so many different schools.
Now you know if you change your mind, they transfer. Somebody gonna put his receipt up from the show that you said you ain't going nowhere.
Right. But now I also said if I get a bona fide change, if I move, we out of here. But I've done that travel thing before. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do
it's
that.
A lot. It's a lot on parents. I mean, you gotta be dedicated to your child career. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't live my career, so whatever my kids want to do, I'm with it.
Right. And I'm all in for mine, right? But at this point, I know college coaches, they don't just recruit the player. They recruit the parents.
Yeah.
So if I'm one of those Yahoo parents, that's going to deflect maybe the look that my son maybe possibly can get.
Right.
So I'm finna sit back in the cut and watch what goes on. If he's good enough, he'll play. If he's not good enough,
it's probably not as bad in high school, but college, it's still people in the portal right now from 2022, 2021. They ain't went nowhere.
Exactly.
So sometimes, what I'm saying, you gotta know the whole landscape and what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you get some bad information and jump in that thing and still be in there.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I will make this point before we take it to the bench. Look at that. Socially media. As seen on social media, live every Thursday, 8 p.m., featuring DJ and Rock. They could be right here on BBB TV Communications. So shout out to CJ for showing that slide there. But that's something that we've talked about, and it's gonna be some comedy.
Oh, man.
It's going to be some entertainment.
Man,
it's going to be some serious topics, and we'll talk about a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
We'll talk about a little bit of everything. So thank you for showing that, CJ. But let's take it to the bench. Let's talk to the possibility of a man that could have got the six-man award, DJ Pendergrass. How you doing, DJ?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for showing up here on Exigent Sports. Do you think Coach Rock and I should make an award for the six-man award?
Yes, sir.
Put it on the list, Coach.
Add the list where we, it's crazy because we keep adding.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to
the game. I mean, you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave you some ideas. I think next year going to make the game even bigger than what it was this year. So, I mean, I'm up for everything.
Yeah, I love it. Tajay, you played a great ball game. I mean, exceptional. I thought you had like 9 points. I think you ended up with 7. It was one layup that kind of rolled out of there. When you came into this ball game, what was your expectations for yourself?
I would say just to go out and have fun and do my best.
How do you feel like you competed with the 8th grade All-Stars from Pigeon Forge all the way to Inglewood?
I think I competed pretty good.
Yeah.
When coming off, so you came off the bench. I know sometimes in Rockville, I'm sure you started. Do you like starting the game off, or you like coming off the bench where you can get kind of watch the game, get a feel for the game, and then come in and do what you need to do?
I'll say I like starting the game off.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like you had the skills to be a starting 5 player?
I mean, with the people that were out there, I feel like I was a good 5, but I feel like I had a skill to go out there and start 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And you wasn't talked about being the 6-man award just because you put up a few buckets. You also had a lot of steals. You made an impact on defense. Mr. Hill, who we just had in, it was on the transition. You picked him right at the half court and went the other way with it. What is your best attribute at basketball? Is it offense or defense?
Most definitely defense.
Defense. Your defense turned into offense?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Basketball is your favorite sport, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is. And next year, are you going to Clinton?
I don't know about that.
I'm trolling like Coach right here. I'm just trolling. What is your plans for next year? You are going to go to Oak Ridge High School. Do you plan on trying out for the freshman ball team?
I am planning on trying out, but I'm thinking about doing football as well. So I know if I do football, I'm going to do basketball, but I want to figure out if I want to do football first.
Well, great. That's good. That's good. I think you'll do well. You're long. Your arms are very long, and you played great. You definitely showed that you had a spot on that basketball court. For those who will be coming up to the 8th grade next year, what advice would you give those young student athletes about the 8th grade All-Star game?
I'll say, to be honest, just come out and have fun and don't try to do too much. It's just a game.
I like it, Coach.
Me too.
I like it.
What was your favorite moment about the All-Star game that you thought?
I don't really know if I got a favorite moment.
But I know what the favorite moment was when the buzzer said, and we be in the lab.
I know y'all sweating up for a minute. We should that lead disappear real quick.
I tell you what, if Lawson had made it, it'd have been a different ball.
3, yeah. Like we was down by 1, right?
If the kid from North,
if he would have played, it'd been. But even if the kid from Cofield hit that 3, I think it would have gave us either a 2-point lead or a 1-point lead.
Yeah.
And I think that was the difference of the game. I think we ran out of gas at that point there when we missed it. It was
pressure bust pipes.
Yeah.
Pressure bust pipes. Tajay, thank you, man, for showing up on the show. What do you want to tell your folks at home to give you some great support?
I love y'all.
That's my baby. Man of
the same.
Exactly. Man, a few words. They ain't got much to say.
They ain't got much to say, but they impact the game in so many ways. I tell you something about Dane.
Yeah. He don't talk.
Don't talk it out, but his gang don't talk enough.
And I like that. He's growing. So, Tajay, again, I appreciate you joining the show. It means a lot to me for you showing up here, man. And Brad Jones actually was the one that asked, hey, is there a 6-man award? And if it is, you was definitely in the conversation to have the 6-man award. So great game, super proud of you, and I'm here to support any and everything that you do moving forward. I love you, kid.
I love you too.
That's my baby, DJ Pendergrass, 8th grade at Robertsville Middle School. He's headed to Oak Ridge High School, and he's thinking about playing basketball. And
he's going back on football. He's playing football.
I can't.
Wasn't he playing golf at one point?
Yeah, he tried out golf, and as soon as he started hitting the ball, he got tired of it, and I wasn't upset because my pockets got tired of it. That's expensive.
That's that long money game right there, bro.
But he actually got really good, and I can remember going out in the backyard, and he was smacking him, and then he smacked one so hard and went so far, you heard it stop. So hit somebody's house, and we entered the house.
So you play golf before?
I play Frisbee golf. I play Frisbee golf.
Real golf coach.
I play Frisbee golf.
Okay. I went out there one time. I did about 3 holes, and after 3 holes, I was too busy trying to drive the car. we trying to drive the car.
I don't swing well, but I do throw a Frisbee well, and I have more success at Frisbee golf, and it's more leisure. It's more my speed than real golf, so I'll stick to what I'm good at because I'm a competitive guy. So
stick with what you know.
Yeah, I'm competitive, and I don't like losing, so I know I have a chance at Frisbee golf.
Golf really ain't a lot of talking, like, you know what I'm saying, the competitive side of the, you know, it's a quiet game, you know what I'm saying?
I stick to Frisbee golf because I'm talking junk the whole time I'm playing. I love it. Guys, got to take a commercial break. Stick tight. We'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
If anyone knows the joy of rescuing animals, it's me. Just ask my rescues, who are all very important members of my family. Your life can also be forever changed by adopting a shelter pet. And it's not just about the happiness your pet gets from finding a loving home, but that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years. You can learn more at AmericanHumane.org.
In our community, everyone deserves access to quality health care. At the Free Medical Clinic, we offer no-charge medical services to those without insurance. There is never a bill at the Free Medical Clinic. From primary care, preventative care, diagnostics, and specialty care, our dedicated team is here to help. The Free Medical Clinic, taking your fear away from becoming sick or hurt. Go to fmcor.org to become a patient. Remember, there is never a charge for your care. fmcor.org.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
In life, there are things that suck, but we do them anyway. Family photo sessions with matching outfits suck, but we do it anyway. And you know what else really sucks? Getting screened for cancer. But you've got to do it anyway. Screening can save your life from cancer, or even help prevent certain types of cancer. For more information, visit getscreenedforcancer.org.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is SL Bowman & Son, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
Welcome back, guys. So far, so great. Show is exciting. Go ahead and make someone aware. Please share. Coach Rock, Coach DJ Pendergrass, man, we're excited that you're here, and we appreciate the support. 8th grade All-Star game was a hit.
Man, great game. Great game, man. I'm ready for next year, man.
Good. Well, we're already planning it.
I'm ready for next year.
Already planning it, and it's, from what I understand, we're going to do it at the Oak Ridge Wildcat Arena, right?
I mean, we can get it. I'm with it.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just trolling for Oak Ridge right now.
If you can get it, sure. I know how hard it is to get that thing.
We're not getting it.
But if anybody can get it, DJ Pendergrass can get it. You know what I'm saying?
We're not getting it, but
they want to give us a sweatbox.
No. It'd be hard to get Oak Ridge. They're different. But we have already talked about getting Clinton. This year we've had the option to go to Oliver Springs.
That won't be a bad one either.
Yeah, Oliver Springs, that would have been a good venue as well. And other people are reaching out. And we're going to keep it around the Anderson, Morgan, Roane County area, of course, because that's what we're highlighting. You know, that's Exigent, it's pressing, it's demand.
And I kind of like bouncing around. Like,
yeah.
Getting everybody involved, getting everybody to taste a piece of this. Cause, you know, I'm hoping to do this for the next, well, as long as we're here.
As long as we're here.
Yeah.
Pass it down to our kids if they ain't in the pros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some prize for you next year, though.
Do you?
Yeah, I got something real nice. I got something real nice cooked up.
Okay. Well, if anybody can cook it up, it's Coach. I was wondering who that daggone kid was with that T-shirt. I think he pulled him off the street, but we figured out he was actually part of the roster.
He's from Oliver Springs.
Yeah.
I had a jersey in the car too. I brought some, but he didn't tell me he needed one. But I think he came straight from a baseball game.
Okay.
So they came in like I didn't even know. To be honest, you know, we didn't have practice, so I just thought the kid was out there just hanging out. And warming up, I'm like, why you warming up? We ain't even playing. You know
Khakis in the T-shirt.
No, coach done put him in the game. He hit a 3.
Yeah.
But I was going to go ask Ted for a jersey at one point, but then, you know what I'm saying, the game got going, and I was doing a lot during the game, so I just kind of let it go at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Coach, on the news, there was a guy that got into a disagreement with a referee non-call.
I seen that.
Did you see that?
I seen that.
Folks at home, if you haven't seen that, let's show that clip. Three seconds. We'll come back to that. AAU tournaments, as a parent, cost a lot of money to get in.
They do.
Right? And all we seen was the clip.
Right.
Right? Now, what we don't know is if this referee was non-calling most of the game. The game before that, was he consistently non-calling, and they was fed up? Were they upset because how much it costs for him not to be calling, how much they get paid for them not to be calling? Now, there's nowhere in the world I'm going to sit on this show and act like I condone what happened. Absolutely not. That was insane. I've went sporadic on referees. I've used curse words towards referees at a Little League ball game, unfortunately. I'm guilty of doing that, but I've never, as a parent or coach, wanted to harm someone because of a missed call or something like that. What is your opinion?
I done seen it when I'm out of town before, but this is probably the first time I've seen it close to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, AAU is changed a lot from when I was doing it and when we was doing it to now. First of all, you got 922 teams. That's the first thing. I'm trying to figure out where everybody practicing at.
Because it was hard to get.
Because it's hard to get a gym. So, but here it is though.
Here it goes. A little steal, and the transition play right here. This is where it happens.
I mean, it's a hard foul too, though. That's a hard foul.
I think so.
That's a hard foul. That's a hard foul. But you could tell he was already mad, probably from earlier in the game. That was just the icing on the cake. It looked like.
Oh, he got smoked. Look at the kid. Look at the kid up in the bleachers. He's holding on to the wall. He is terrified.
Yeah.
And here comes the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, he choked him out. That's not. I mean, that's not what the game is supposed to be about. You know, I hate that it happened.
That kid is petrified up there.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like about it. There's no room in any sport for that to happen.
No, there ain't no excuse for that.
There's no excuse for that. I don't like that the call wasn't called on the transition play. That's a fast break. There was contact without question. The little girl went flying.
Yeah, she
right?
did.
She went flying.
She hit the bleachers too.
Yeah.
So as a parent, I mean, I'd have been mad. But I mean, at the moment, you don't really know what you do, because we can say that we want to do this and that, but what if that was your son and he tore the ACL on that play? You know what I mean?
I probably would have body slammed him around.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, not to condone it and say what he did, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But in the heat of the moment, and you know, we can say that we wouldn't do this and that, but when it happens, you know what I mean? You don't.
And you're right. But the bottom line, whether we're saying it or not, there's no room for that.
No.
There's no room for that type of behavior in front of young student athletes at all. And, but we've talked about on Exigent Sports on the show many a times, do you think that the referees have control of the game, or they get paid enough money, right, to take it serious?
When I don't know how many referees there. I always did when I did my tournament. When I did the Pyro Classic and the King of the Hardwood Classic, I always had 3 refs, and I always had a security guard on deck. And we used to do our tournament in Clinton, Illinois City. One of us was in Clinton, one was in Illinois City, and I always had an officer on deck to keep that from happening. Right. You used to have your arguments. You used to have referee might get cussed out. Well, referee going to get cussed out at some point. But we never did have no incident where it was over. Now, we might have had a couple teams get into it before this fought out brawl. Just like that now.
Right.
But you got to protect the refs.
Yeah,
because I think it's automatic jail, ain't it? Don't you go to jail for that? Like, if you do it like in high school, or I think it's automatic. You going to jail.
Well, the man's in jail now.
Yeah. I seen it on shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen it.
Well, that's
definitely. You got to be more careful.
You got to be more careful.
Got to be more careful.
That's definitely a hot topic.
Yeah.
But at this point, we want to go into our hot topic. Yes, we got to go into our hot topic. The hot topic. I'm waiting for the graphic to pull up here, because the hot topic graphic that I shows, it has lips.
I seen it. There you go.
It has lips. There it is.
Got that devil on there, though. So we're going to be talking about Herman.
We talk about Herman because everybody has Herman on their lips right now. Today's hot topic is about the Herman Blue Devils and the new hire at Herman High School, Coach Kwayu Graham, the legend. Give me a little bit of feedback on Coach Kwayu Graham.
Man, I love the hire, man. I think that's if it's a home run hire to be made this offseason, this was the home run hire to me. He's the winner at every level he's been at. And he does it for the right reason. That's what I like about it. He's in it for the kid.
Yes.
Them kids in Herman, he gonna do everything in their power to get the most exposure for them kids. And then what they do with their ability between the games, it's on them. But the opportunity to be seen and to get to the next level is going to be there.
Yeah.
And that's what any upcoming freshman and looking for a place, you want a coach like that.
Yeah.
It's going to put you. You want a coach. You want to go where a coach make a call, they're going to answer.
That's right.
And that's all you can ask for as a high school student is, because at the end of the day, you want to win state. Everybody got state on their mind. But, at the end of the day, you got a lot of kids that playing to get to the next level, to better their future. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you want to go somewhere where you can get a coach. And it's not a lot of coaches that people going to answer for. You got Josh Jones. They're going to answer Josh Jones.
That's right.
Kwayu Graham, they're going to answer Kwayu Graham. Coach Keith, they're going to answer Coach Keith call. You know what I'm saying? So you got some of them coaches that when they call, Coach Lower Powell, they're going to answer his phone call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and that's when you're looking for a program to go to or somewhere to play, that should be the first thing on your list is can this coach get me to the next level?
Yeah, absolutely. You spoke about Coach Keith. Coach Keith and I spoke often at his Clinton
I talked to him every day.
And you're like, DJ, and we lost, right? We didn't get where we wanted to go. I got state ambition. And I always told him, Coach, you did not lose. The game was lost, but you as a person, as a coach, won because you got kids on billboards from Clinton going to D1 college programs. That's a win for me. You may have lost, Coach Keith. You may not have made it to the state, Coach Keith, but your tenure at Clinton High School, you was an absolute winner.
And I don't care what nobody say. He left the program in way better shape than he got it.
You better know it.
Way better shape.
You better know it. So shout out to Coach Keith.
What
Coach
you think
Graham.
about the hire though for Herman? What's your opinion on this move from Herman? Because this is really a big move for them.
I've gotten 70 messenger messages about the guy. I went to the doctor today. And it's a young lady that was my nurse.
Right.
Said, you're the football guru.
Right.
How's this coach that Herman got? Because Kingston lost to him last year, right? I was like, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
That's the best thing that could have happened to Harriman.
I'd have had a few. What kind of offense you going to run? I'm not about to tell this man secret. Y'all playing against him.
Right.
Furthermore, I don't know what he's going to run.
Right. This is the GOAT. This is the GOAT of mindset, right? His mind is calculated for football. His mindset for young student athletes is calculated. His connections to the next level is tremendous. I couldn't think of a better coach to take that job at Harriman High School than Qualia Graham. Didn't even know his name was in the hat. And when I found out that his name was, I think you know everything.
You in the lab. We in the lab. We got to know.
When I found out and he took the job, and like I said, I got 70 messages in my messenger asking about Coach Graham. This is my opinion to the folks out there in Roane County and especially Harriman. Follow the leader. Do what he asks. Get in line. Support the program. Show up to the games. Travel with them. Do the fundraising. Do the things that he puts in place. In a few years, I see you guys at a state championship.
Oh, they're going to win, sure.
You're going to go to a state championship. Support what you have. Guys.
Because I told, somebody called me about it today, actually.
Oh, we got to close.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Rock,
what's that?
Coach DJ, till next week, have a blessed day.